Good morning. Welcome to the Appellate Division First Department admission ceremony for today, May 10, 2021. Ms. Guerrero, please proceed.
Thank you, Justice Weber. May it please the court, good morning. I, Veronica Guerrero, counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored this morning to present to the court 30 applicants for admission to the bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the records of each applicant appearing here today. Accordingly, and on behalf of the committee, I certify that each applicant appearing here this morning does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York, and I do hereby move for their admission.
Thank you, Ms. Guerrero. To the applicants, please note that in advance of today's ceremony, the panel met as a group and we considered the motion, and the motion is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Guerrero, please extend the sincere thanks and appreciation of the panel as well as the judges as a whole on the First Department to the commitment that you and your staff have to these proceedings. And I want to just note that the committee members do this pro bono, which means without any fee. And so we thank them again for their commitment and for their service. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
At this time, the clerk of the court, Ms. Susanna Rojas, will administer the oath of office.
Good morning, Justice Weber. Good morning, candidates. I will administer the oath in the form of a question. At the end thereof, I will ask you to unmute your microphones and respond by saying I do. At this point, I ask everyone to please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Attorney and Counselor at Law to the best of your ability? Please unmute your mics and respond by saying I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Congratulations, attorneys. You may lower your right hand and please mute your microphones. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rojas. It is the custom and tradition of this court that during the admission ceremonies, one of the justices of the panel will give remarks. Today, this morning, that honor befalls to myself. So first, again, on behalf of my fellow justices, I would like to congratulate the newly admitted attorneys. I would also like to congratulate their parents, family, and friends who supported them both emotionally as well as financially. Now, traditionally in the admission ceremony, the justices would process into the courtroom. Ms. Guerrero would, as she did this morning, present the candidates for admission to the court. If the motion was granted, the court officer would then ask that the candidates please raise their right hand. Ms. Rojas would deliver the oath as she did this morning. And the court officer would then ask the attorneys to be seated. Now that change in status from candidate to attorney would not be lost on the attorneys or the audience. Obviously, we would be in our majestic courtroom with its magnificent dome ceiling and the beautiful murals which line the walls and not in our respective homes and offices. However, please do not think that because we are viral, that in any way diminishes your accomplishments or your achievements. In fact, what you have achieved in these trying times and what you will continue to achieve is perhaps all the more commendable. You should all be very proud of yourselves, and you should definitely savor the moment with your family and your friends, while of course continuing to social distance. I must tell you that when the idea of viral admissions was first broached a little over a year ago, it was met by skepticism by some. And as you may have surmised, it required countless hours of planning, technological modifications, and still a few miscues. However, we adapted. And that is the beauty and the hallmark of our profession. That is what being an attorney is all about. The ability to adapt, the ability to recognize an issue or a problem and find a solution, and the ability to work together to do so. These are certainly extraordinary times, and we are all confronted with extraordinary challenges, both personally and professionally. And hopefully we are coming out of the pandemic and we'll be able to get back to some form of normalcy. We have confronted, and we are all confronted with the ability to bring about change and to make a difference. The ability to make our world a safer place for each of us, our families, as well as our individual communities. And when I say we, it is because we are all in it together. We are all there to support, help, and encourage each other. Now, there are many vehicles for making a difference. It may be volunteering to assist those less fortunate who are in need with legal issues. It may be serving as a mentor to current law school students who are facing a myriad of issues, which are multifaceted and have never been faced by law school students in the past. It may be by joining a bar association or simply becoming more active in your law school or your college alumni association. The practice of law is certainly in flux. And while this may be frightening and uneasy to many, it is also in many ways exciting. It allows us to think beyond what has been the norm, to explore new and arguably more efficient ways of practicing law. And it allows us to explore what we can be and what the practice of law should be. Now, with the oath you have just taken comes a set of principles and obligations that now becomes part of your life forever, whether you remain a practicing attorney or not. For the rest of your days, you and your actions will be judged in light of your education and your status as a member of this profession. While many may see this as a burden, it is also an honor. As Thurgood Marshall stated, each of you, as an individual, must pick your own goals. Listen to others, but don't become a blind follower. Do not wait for others to move. Move yourself. Where you see wrong, inequality, or injustice, speak out. Now, today, May 10, is not only the day after Mother's Day, it also marks the 27th anniversary of Nelson Mandela becoming South Africa's first Black president. It was on this day in 1994 that Mandela, after being imprisoned for 28 years for his efforts to end apartheid in South Africa, became its president. What is sometimes overshadowed by his achievements, including his later receipt of the Nobel Peace Prize, is that Mandela was a lawyer and he actually practiced law in Johannesburg. While I am not suggesting that you as attorneys are expected to have the impact of a Nelson Mandela, I am suggesting that you are expected to try. So attorneys, plunge deeply. You all bring fresh ideas and talents to a noble and great profession. Again, my congratulations to you all. Thank you all very much. Have a wonderful day. That concludes the admission ceremonies for today. Thank you.
Thank you. All of the justices will log off. The new attorneys will stay on with me.